Hello, hi, namaskara to all the viewers of this channel and also my dear CA aspirants. See, my dear students, in the previous classes, we have solved so many problems on depreciation, right? Now we are into special problems on depreciation in class 7, class 11, and class 12. Class 10, class 11, class 12. What a speciality in these three problems is we have been given with the balance of machinery. Balance of machinery is nothing but the old machinery. This is what the speciality, the special things that where the student is supposed to concentrate on the depreciation chapter, my dear student. Shall I read what actually the things are given in the present problem? See, this is a question asked for a CA Foundation in July 2021 and also MTP 2024. See what happened. The balance of the machinery account of a firm on 1st April 2020. What is given? The balance on when? 1st April 2020. The balance is how much? 28,54,000. How much is given? 28,54,000 is given. Out of this, plant having a book value 2,16,000 on April 2020. What is telling? Book value on 1st April 2020. What is the book value on 1st April 2020? 2,16,000. Was sold on July 2020. When it is sold? Sold on 1st July 2020 for an amount of rupees 82,000. Are you understanding, my dear student? Book value on April 2020 2,16,000. Sold in the same financial year of 2021 on July 2020 for 82,000. Fine. What next? On the same date, a new plant was purchased for 4,58,000. On the same date means on what date? On 1st July 2020. What they purchased? A new plant was purchased. So now I call it as a P1, that is new P1. This is a old plant. What it is? Old plant. This is a new P1 purchased. On November 2020, new machine was purchased for 5,60,000. When? On November 2020. What they purchased? A new machine. New machine is nothing but a new plant only. New plant and machinery, right? So now I can call it as new M2 or P2 purchased. Depreciation return of 15% per annum under diminishing balance method. Diminishing balance method called DBM. Calculate the depreciation for the year ended 31st March 2021. What do you have to calculate? We have to calculate only depreciation. Fine. See, my dear student, please carefully you observe. Out of 28,54,000, the date is what? 1st April 2020. Here the date is what? 1st April 2020. Out of 28,54,000, subtract 2,16,000. Then you are getting, that is old balance. How much? 28,54,000 minus 2,16,000. It comes to rupees 26,38,000. This is old machine part 1. This is part 2. So how many machines we have? Old machine having a part 1 and part 2. New plant is purchased, new machinery is purchased. So how many columns we need to have? Let us write depreciation. What percent depreciation is? Depreciation is what percent? Depreciation is what percent? Now the depreciation is what percent? See, the depreciation is according to the problem, It is 15%, right? So let us write depreciation is 15% under diminishing balance method. Closing date is 31st March every year. Now, my dear student, we need to have new, old. See, let us write. Old plant, let us have part 1, part 2. New plant 1, new machine 1. Okay, let me start reading the problem. See what happened. Have a concentration, my dear student. The balance of the machine on April 2020, 28,54,000. On what date? 28,54,000. It is, my dear student, balance on 1st April 2020. Okay, fine. Out of this, plant having a book value of 2,16,000. Out of this 2,16,000. What value it is? It is a book value on 1st April 21. Book value. See, how to calculate? Out of 28,54,000, subtract 2,16,000. You will be getting a balance called part 2. The part 2 is 26,38,000. Okay. बाद में क्या हुआ? Book value 2,16,000 on April 2020, sold on July 2020 for 82,000. When? This is, which one? This. On 1st July 2021, sold for rupees. For what amount it is being sold? It is being sold for an amount of rupees. Sold for rupees. What amount it is sold? It is being sold for an amount of rupees. How much? 82,000. Fine. What next? On the same date, means on July 2020, new plant was purchased for 4,58,000. When? On July 2020. Here. On July 2020, new plant was purchased for rupees 4,80,000. Fine. बाद में क्या हुआ? On November 2020, new machine was purchased for 5,60,000. 1st November 2020, new machinery was purchased for 5,60,000. Okay. What we have to calculate? Calculate the depreciation for the year ended March 2021. Shall we move on? See what actually given in the problem, my dear student. On April 21, we have a book value. Fine. This is purchased in, this is also 2020. This is also purchased in July 2020 and November 2020. All the purchases are made in the single financial year, that is 2020 and 2021. Now let us see, on July 21, part 1 is sold. When on July 2021, when the part 1 is sold, what is the time gap? April, May, June, 3 months, right? Depreciation for 3 months. On which one? 2,16,000 into what percent? 15% into 3 by 12. It comes to rupees 8,100. sold part 1. Part 1 is sold for how much? 82,000. Work out the balance. The balance comes to 1,25,900. Since the answer is positive, we have to call it as loss. This completes the answer for part 1 sold. Now what to do? Now on what date? At the end of the year, 31st March 22. Depreciation 15%, diminishing balance method. Diminishing balance method. Shall we put efforts in understanding this? How to calculate the depreciation? See, we have so many machines left out. Part 2 we have a new plant 1, we have a new machinery 1. We can call it as a new plant 2 also. Okay. Shall we? Are you ready? Now let us write at the end of the year, that is on 31st March. Wait for few seconds. We have to calculate depreciation, right? On what we have to calculate? We have to calculate depreciation on so many other things, right? Fine. Now you write part 2. Wait for few seconds. Okay, part 2. Part 2, it is on what date? It is on April, right? Means part 2 we have to calculate for 12 months. Means 26 lakh 38,000 into 15% into 12 by 12. Then we have new plant 1. New plant 1 is purchased on when? 1st July. 1st July to 31st March. Means 4,80,000, 15%. How many months? July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. It comes how many months? 9 months. 9 by 12. Then next. New machinery 1. When it is purchased? On November 2020. 1st November to 31st March. 1st November to 31st March means how many months? November, December, January, February, March. How many months? 5 months. Be careful. The amount is 5,60,000, 15%, 5 by 12. Use a calculation and work out. Dash for this one. It comes to 26,38,000, 15%, 12 by 12. It comes to 3,95,700. For second one, new plant 1, 54,000. New machinery 1, it comes to 35,000. Now you have to find out the balance. The balance is on what date? 1st April 22, 2021, okay, 21 or what? 1st April 2020, right? It is purchased on 1st April 2020. So 1st April 2020, this is 21. Now it is 1st April 21. Balance. Balance comes how much? Dash 22 lakh 42,300, 4 lakh 26,000, 5,25,000. Now what he asked us to calculate? He is asking us to calculate the depreciation to be charged for the year ended March 2021. So now let us write depreciation to be charged for 31st March 2021 is. See how to work out an answer for this. We have sold, it is 8,100. Part 1 8,100. Part 2 is how much? It is 3,95,700. Then on new plant 1 it is how much? 54,000. Then on new machinery 1 it is how much? 35,000. Find out the total depreciation. 4,92,800. This is what the depreciation that we have to charge at the end of the year, my dear students. I hope you got it right. Please go through it very carefully for your better understanding. Okay. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Namaskar.